Um, the president, you have laid out all the things that the White House wants to tackle, from the country careening toward a debt limit crisis to, the southern border preparing for up to 12,000 illegal crossings a day, potentially, after Title 42 ends this week. You opened the briefing talking about the crisis of gun violence. Why is the president talking about meal vouchers for canceled flights and holding a movie night at the White House with all those things going on?
Because he's president, and there are multiple things that the president does, and he can talk about the potential manufacturing crisis that House Republicans have put forth, and that could happen if they don't get back to regular order. He can talk about how he's delivering for families. I think the airlines announcement that the president made is incredibly important to American families across the country. I hope you think so as well. I mean, when you think about what American families have to pay out of pocket because things that are not their fault, this is important. You ask me many times what the president is doing to lower cost for the American people. We just heard from the president. So that is one way that he is using and making sure that the administration works for American families. He should talk about that. He should talk about those things. He should be able to do multiple things as a president, and that's what you're seeing from him today.
We talked about, Memorial Day flights, but that's 3 weeks away from now. He said, preparing, looking ahead to Memorial Day weekend. So it causes the question of, is the president really focused on today's biggest issues when everyone in here is asking about Title 42, the debt ceiling, mass shooting over the weekend, and we didn't hear the president talk about any of those things.
Regular American families, everyday families, are thinking about Memorial Day weekend. They are. They are thinking about how are they going to travel with their family, with their kids. They care about what the president said today. So that does matter. Title 42, what's happening on Thursday, the lifting of Title 42, we've been talking about it over and over again for the past several weeks about how we're preparing for the lift of Title 42, the programs that we put in place without the help of House Republicans or House Republicans in Congress more general. And the debt limit, something that we've been talking about for months. Again, a manufacturer crisis. There is a process here. Republicans are refusing to use the process. They are refusing to use the process. There's no disconnect. No.
Being the uniter-in-chief and you guys calling out, as you always talk about it.
There's no disconnect. There's no disconnect. It is very clear. The president can do multiple things at the same time. He can call out ways that the American people are being harmed by not Congress, House Republicans refusing to do the job that they're supposed to do, something that they have done. Congress has done more broadly, 78 times since 1960. Yes, he's going to call that out. That's regular order to do your job, to do your constitutional duty. And then talk about what we're doing to make it a little bit easier for American families to travel. Yeah, you know what? Some regular folks are thinking about Memorial Day. Some everyday Americans are thinking about how they're going to visit their grandparents, how they're going to visit family members, how they're going to get around the country around Memorial Day weekend. That is incredibly important to American families.